Hello world. Alright, this poem is called Kamikaze. I promised I'd give it to you guys, so here we go. I'm trying so hard not to fall for him, but I'm at the tip of my toes. My heart gets heavier by the second, knowing he has a secret that nobody knows, and he claims the doors to his heart are forever closed. And it kills me inside, knowing that this is the path in life that he chose, knowing he'd prefer to give his heart to these hungry vultures and these scheming crows. And after he convinced me that my everything wasn't going to be enough, I had 7 billion different emotions running through me, and my whole world just froze. I thought I had something to live for, until my eyes just closed, and the wind smeared my tears across my face. Is this what I get in return after all of the love that I've shown? I'm miserable, heavy, and hopeless. The man that I want to fall in love with has me in the friend zone. I shouldn't worry about that. Sticks and stones, right? Sticks and stones, those are just words. And those girls he's distracted with, those are just birds. I mean, come on, the only way they know how to sweep the wind off his feet is by spreading their wings and puffing out their chest so that they can manipulate the feeling of being blessed. They make sure they wear the juiciest red so that they can look hotter than a devil in a dress. Till they simmer, and he can't help but sweat, trying to catch his breath because they be wearing all this glitter, trying to lure him closer and closer so she can lean over like a whisper. And right about now she's golden, like the aura of a Trojan. It was too late to realize once he was in her, he was poison, with a loneliness darker than the life of an orphan's, if only. You could count how many times he's done this with both hands. Only God knows how many replays of this mistake he could afford, and like an avalanche. His views on love were buried, crushed, and crumbled, killing me softly with his words, watching me struggle. And the worst part about all this is, I was fully aware that falling for him could be the death of me. Without trying, this man took every breath from me. Suicidal? I know. I played the truth and dared to plead insanity. Silly me. I jumped off a cliff and I've been falling ever since. It's just his winds of rejection are forcing the pressure of the world against my chest. I almost forgot. Gravity. I'm terrified. My heart is pumping more blood than it can handle, throbbing. My blood is raging and pushing the walls of my veins. If only I could rip it out of my chest so I could be heartless and not have to feel the pain. I'm robbing myself of my own happiness. I'm trapped in this mockery of love and thin air, being tossed and torn in his merciless winds of despair. And the worst part is, he doesn't even care. That his idleness is too fatal, too monstrous to bear, and quit looking at me like I'm crazy. Do you know what it feels like to watch your dreams come crashing down on you? Especially when you dreamt big. The stars that I once wished upon, that were incubated in heaven, fell and invaded earth with poisonous tips and struck me with the strength of King Leonidas. The fairies that once helped me fly to optimistic clouds and never judged me if I assumed he would actually catch me if I fell off the moon. They turned into green-eyed vixens that laughed at me till their resonance shook my skull, and they had the audacity to sprinkle sleeping dust so I couldn't wake up from what seemed to be a dream. And as much as it hurt, I was thankful. It meant that I actually felt something. This may seem a little pathetic, but I kind of liked being in the air. I got some sort of high from it. I learned love exists, but also plays a main role in a nightmare, not just a dream. People turn into the ugliest creatures when love somehow goes missing. Well, at least I got to accomplish and experience the true meaning of love. I was taught how to love by God himself, the creator of mankind, the sunrise, your soul, my spirit, the palaces in the skies, and of the reason why we breathe. I had to crash and burn and fall face first before I obeyed God's word and did what was right for me. I'm stubborn, blissful, romantic, and naive. I promised him my love for him was unconditional because love conquers all things. Something far too selfless for the selfish to understand, kind of like a kamikaze. It's just really hard to fall in love with a tease, with a low self-esteem that hides behind secrecy. His secret. It was the fact that he couldn't handle that he fell in love with me because he didn't know how to love anyone else but himself. I told him it was okay. I'll love him anyway. I'll move on. but I'll never leave. I left him in awe. He couldn't believe that I was perfectly satisfied with being nothing more than just friends. Even if it kills me, I got it. Thank you for watching.